So I'm gonna need y'all to just take a few steps back and try it again. Let's try this again. I'm about to make this hoe my wife, and our baby is gonna sleep with this egg. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, done deal. What's up, y'all? What is up? It's your girl EJ, and I am back with another video. Now today we are going to be talking about House of Dragon season 1 episode 2. Let's get into it, y'all. Okay, y'all, so first and foremost, let me just start by saying that I am actually loving House of Dragon right now. I'm not really sure if I'm going to continue to love it, but right now I am definitely in it. Now, y'all, this episode is going to start with your boy Lord Corlys is going to come swinging through them doors like, look, I'm going to need y'all to do something about this situation. Now, y'all remember from last episode, your boy Lord Corlys was having a situation with this dude called the Crab Feeder. Now, the Crab Feeder is like none other. I mean, this dude looks scary. Like, I don't even know if he's supernatural, what he is. I don't know if he's real. Like, I have no clue. This dude looks ridiculously crazy. But anyway, he's like, look, I've lost 4 ships. This one was flying my banner. I need you to do something. And then, your boy Odie, whatever his name is, I'm gonna get it right one day. The hand of the king, he's all like, we'll compensate you, yada yada yada. But Lord Corlys is not trying to hear that. He does not want to be compensated. Like, he wants y'all to get up off y'all ass and get out here and do something. Let's go to war. Listen, y'all, I said this in my last video about House of Dragon, which was where I was just giving you my first impressions, but your boy Lord Corlys is not gonna make it. If we know anything about Game of Thrones, we know that not everybody is gonna make it, and that there are some people that's just gonna die. And right now, Lord Corlys is giving off, I'm about to die. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. So anyway, y'all, your boy Lord Corlys goes on to talk about how Daemon has basically taken over Dragonstone and like nobody has done anything. Now, I ain't even gonna hold you. Lord Corlys is absolutely right, y'all, but Lord Corlys needs to watch his back. Like, he is doing too much talking. Like, bruh, you about to die. I mean, seriously, you are about to die. So let me know what episode y'all think Lord Corlys is about to die on, because he is about to go. So anyway, he's going on and on about like, let's go to war. The king is like, I don't want to go to war. We've never went to war with the free cities, yada, yada, yada. They just talking all this mess. And then your girl Rhaenyra is like, look, you got dragon fighters, like, send us, let us go in and do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, show some kind of force. And then Lord Corlys is all like, yeah, at least the princess has a plan. And then Hayden Otto, Otto that always has something to say. Like, I just despise Lord Odie, whatever his name is, so bad. One day I promise I will learn his name, but I despise him so bad. And the crazy part about it is that this is the character who will make it to the very end. He is the one that need to die but won't die. I mean, I'm still tripping off of this fool pimping out his daughter on last week's episode. But anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't went too far. So anyway, Hayden ass Otto is like, hey, like, can't we find something else for her to do? Like, he basically trying to get rid of the princess. Like, she doing too much, you know what I'm saying? And so the king of course agrees and tells her to go basically do something else. So she does. She goes and fulfills some other duties. Meanwhile, the king is just trying to let Lord Corlys know that he is doing what he can in order to assist in the problem. But Lord Corlys ain't really trying to hear that, because he ain't doing enough is what it all boils down to. So meanwhile, y'all, your girl Rhaenyra is out there trying to find a new guard to protect them, basically. Now, what's funny and interesting about this is that all of a sudden your boy Odie just pops up. Odie, him, the hand of the king. He just pops up. Now, I thought he was in there trying to check Lord Corlys, but somehow he ends up out here trying to help her as well. Like, didn't you just send her out, so that she wasn't all up in y'all business, and now you out here with her trying to pick the guard as well? Like, dang, I know you the hand of the king, but god dang, like, can we at least like let other people do their job, Lord Odie, whatever your name is? Like, seriously, can we let other people do their job? So anyway, you see your girl Rhaenyra is over in the corner, like, looking at Rhaenyra, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's just kind of peeping out everything that's going on. And then Rhaenyra actually makes a really, really good point, y'all. Like, she's like, look, does any of these people actually have combat experience? Like, does anybody actually know how to fight. Like, literally, the king was like, hey, he's going to be protecting you as well. So if I'm her, I'm like, I want somebody who done actually fought. I don't want nobody that hasn't fought. Like, I mean, it's cool that you catching poachers and all that type of stuff. Yeah, that's all nice and dandy and all that stuff. But have you ever actually fought? Like, if some stuff went down, are you going to be able to actually protect me is what I need to know. So anyway, she does find one, and she's going to choose him. And it's going to be that same dude that knocked Damon off of his horse. I think it's Sir Christus. No, actually, it's Sir Criston Cole is his name. So, look, y'all, I love House of Dragon, Game of Thrones, all of that, but I will screw up some names in a minute. So, if y'all need to name check me in the comments, it's okay. Just do it respectfully. I appreciate it. So, anyway, y'all. Your girl Rhaenyra checks Lord Otty again as he tries to tell her, hey, shouldn't you just like look at some of these other houses? And he's trying to make these play moves because, some of the, other knights are part of these houses that he might find is good alliances. And although those are good strategies, at the end of the day, you want people that have actually been in combat. She's like, look, these are tournament knights. Don't you want the king to be protected by someone who's actually been in combat? So anyway, boom. You know what I'm saying? Round 1 goes to Rhaenyra. Actually, round 2 goes to Rhaenyra because he handed her ass when he kicked her out of the king's chambers, or not the king's chambers, out of the round, whatever it's called. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The round table. Is that what it's called? The round table? Whatever it is. He kicked her out. Y'all know what I mean. So anyway, y'all. So meanwhile, y'all, the king is over here giving out history lessons to our little good friend, Alicent. I guess that's her name. I hope I said that right. Anyway, I'm going to call her Sneaky Slimy Alicent because I just don't like her. Like, seriously, this chick is just doing too much. Now, she want to act all innocent, make it seem like she has no clue what she's doing, but she know her daddy out here pimping her out. Like, seriously, she had to know that this was in game and that there was definitely a reason why her dad wanted her to go in here and be nice to the king. She keep trying to say, when my mom died, I wanted people to say this, that, or the other, but I just don't believe that. I'm not buying it. Can't nobody make me believe that she don't know. She ain't that dumb. She know what she doing. So anyway, y'all, they're talking about the whole histories, the dragon, and then he's going to accidentally drop the dragon and it's going to break. And this is going to be really one of the first times that we see them kind of give a look towards each other. You're going to see that the king is probably starting to feel something a little bit more. And at this moment, to be honest, I really feel like she know. But like I said, they're playing it out like she doesn't know, like she doesn't have a clue, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep saying it. So anyway, the king is all like, I wish Rhaenyra would talk to me, you know what I'm saying? And he wants to have a conversation with her, but he doesn't really know how to approach her because they really haven't been close ever since her mom has passed away. And, Alicent is just like telling him, just talk to her. But then the king goes on to tell her like, hey, you're not, don't tell Rhaenyra about our talks. I fear she won't understand. And I'm just like, if she not gonna understand, then why you having these talks? Like, I just feel like if you feel like there's something wrong with it, why are you doing it? I don't know. That's just my thought process. Let me know what y'all think. So anyway, y'all, we're going to move on to where Rhaenyra and Alicent are actually talking. They're hanging out. Now, you do know that these guys, they appear to be best friends. Now, I know other people been saying some other stuff. Like, I don't know exactly where that's coming from. I don't know if I missed something. But anywho, I'm just going to go with the fact that they are best friends because that's what I see them as. Anywho, so she's telling her like, hey, like, I know that they're already trying to marry my father off. It's only been 6 months. I know this is what they do in these secret council meetings. And then Alicent is like, what if he did remarry? And I'm just like, I almost called her a bad word, y'all, but that's not nice. But I'm just like, girl, like, you already know that you trying to make a play. Don't even act like that. Ugh. Why do I not like this character so much, y'all? So anyway, y'all, Alicent does fulfill her best friend duties, and she is trying to help Rhaenyra come to terms with her mother's passing. And so for that aspect of it, I, am okay with this character at this very moment in time. So anyway, y'all, moving on. Then we're gonna go to the scene where the king is gonna be talking to Lord Corlys and Rhaenys. Now he's gonna say, "Hey, look, I understand tempers were running hot today, but I respect you and I love the bond that our families have. All that good stuff." And he even goes on to say how Rhaenys is his favorite cousin. And then Lord Corlys is gonna go ahead and apologize for how he came at the king earlier. But I'm sorry, Lord Corlys, it don't matter. You still gonna die, bruh. But good try, though. So anyway, y'all, your boy Lord Corlys is actually gonna spit out some real game. Like, seriously, he's gonna tell the king, like, look, you looking real weak right now, bro. Like, you are looking so weak. Your brother has taken over Dragonstone. You named a girl to the heir of the throne, which has never happened in the history of never. You know what I'm saying? So you looking real weak, and we need to show that we are not weak. Now, of course, your girl Rhaenys is going to co-sign this, and to be honest, they are absolutely correct. They do look real weak out here in these streets right now, y'all. So anyway, Lord Corlys is just going to be like, look, to avoid a storm, you're either going to sail into it, around it, but you must never await its coming. And that's real talk. Like, the king needs to take some counsel from Lord Corlys, because he be on point, because him listening to the hand of the king, Lord Adi, is not going to get him anywhere but probably dead. So anyway, y'all, the king is all like, then what do you propose? Like, what's your plan of action, Lord Corlys? And Lord Corlys is like, well, I'm glad you asked, because I think that since we are the last two surviving Valyrian families, we need to go ahead and unite our families together, and therefore I want you to wed our daughter Laena. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to show the realm that we are definitely powerful, because this would be a great alliance. These are two strong families, and to be honest, I'm like, yeah, King Viserys, that's exactly what you need to do. I'm like co-signing as well. Meanwhile, the king is back at the castle, or whatever you call it. I don't know. Is it a castle, y'all? Like, okay, he back at his house, y'all. And him and Rhaenyra are finally going to sit down and have a conversation. They're having dinner, and they finally just really talk. And this is a really good scene, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I've been waiting for him to just have a conversation with your daughter. Like, you've been out here creeping with old Alicent, and you haven't even took the time to have a real conversation with your daughter. I'm just saying, yes, I'm still salty about this whole Alicent thing, y'all. I can't let it go. I'm sorry. Anyway, so meanwhile, y'all, moving on to the next scene with the king is where we are going to see him getting treatment for his finger. Now, if you remember on the last episode, your boy got cut by the Iron Throne again. Like, I do not understand what is the deal with this freaking Iron Throne. Like, this Iron Throne is dangerous. Like, not only is it dangerous, it's dangerous just period, but it's like physically dangerous as well. Like, who wants to sit on this pokey piney thing that keeps cutting you? And like I told y'all last time, the king needs a freaking tetanus shot, but he just can't get one because they don't exist. Now, his finger is black. Like, it's gonna fall off. Like, it's literally going to fall off. But they got these maggots, they're putting his hand in these maggots, and supposedly the maggots are supposed to like eat the dead flesh, and maybe possibly stop it from rotting off. I'm just like, dude, just stop sitting on the doggone throne. Like, problem solved. Like, honestly, I feel like, like I could be the king, because like this problem solving thing is very simple. Like, if you don't sit on the throne, your finger won't get cut. Your back won't get cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that hard, y'all. Like, seriously. So anyway, y'all, the king is talking to the hand of the king, old Otto, and he's telling him, like, look, this is what Lord Corlys presented, to me about wedding his daughter Laena and uniting our houses, showing strength, yada, 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 all that stuff. And you already know that Lord Otto with himself, like, I just despise this guy. Like, the first thing he's like, oh, Lord Corlys overstepped his reach. We should have talked about this with the council. Like, dude, like, okay, we get it. We know. Okay. And the king is like, that's what I'm doing now. Like, I'm talking to you about it. I'm like, come on, king. That's what I'm talking about. Say something. Like, do something. Like, I want to like the king, y'all. Like, but he just be acting so weak. Like, I'm just like, do something. Anyway, so when it's all said and done, the other guy, I can't think of what his name is right now. I apologize. But he's I mean, honestly, this is a good move. Like, yeah, she's young, but if we unite these houses, it's going to show a great power move. It's going to show strength. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, basically, they're uniting dragons and ships, y'all. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You're uniting a house that has all of these dragons, and then you're uniting this house that is like the master of ships. Like, you know what I'm saying? That has this great fleet of ships. So, they're going to provide this great strength by seeing both of these houses, which are Valyrian houses, and they're the last two. They're the last two standing, supposedly. I'm going to act like I know because I don't really know all the history of the Game of Thrones just yet. I am interested in learning more about it, so I am, starting to read the books. But anyway, I'm just going to recap the show itself. So anyway, y'all, your boy Otto is just like, nah, because we already know that Otto has another plan. You know what I'm saying? He's already put his plan in motion. And although it would be a great thing for these two houses to unite, because he's even going to admit that, yes, it would be a great idea. But at the same time, Lord Otto has this other, scheme up his sleeve. He's trying to get his daughter, to be the queen so that his daughter can produce some heirs. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody crazy. Like, we all know what you up to, Lord Otto, except for the king, clearly, because he just oblivious to any and everything. Jeez, king. Okay, y'all. So meanwhile, moving on to the next scene, the king decides to go on a play date with Laena because apparently Laena is a kid, y'all. Like, she's literally a freaking kid. Now, don't come at me about, oh, this is how they do it back in them times. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I understand. Okay, I understand that. However, this is still a kid. Like, I'm like, she 12. She looked like she like 9 or 8 or 10 or something. I don't know, 8, 9, 10, somewhere around there. But they're going to say that she's 12. And I'm just like, really? And then she's going to hit him with the line about how she's going to give him all these children. And I'm just like, girl, you sitting up here talking about dragons. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I understand that, I probably would talk about dragons too. But still, like, really? King is on a whole play date, y'all. Anyway, moving on. So, they talk and he's like, did your father tell you to say that? And then he's like, what did your mom say? And then she's like, my mom said I wouldn't have to bed you till I was 14. I'm just like, oh my God, these times are so freaking weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness. Like, this is crazy to me. Like, yeah, wedding her would make for a strong alliance, yada, yada, yada. I get it. But I still can't get past the fact that she's 12 and like they want to get married today, like right now, like not until they're not going to wait till she turned 14. They want to get married like ASAP. Is this not weird to anybody else but me? I'm just asking for a friend. Let me know what y'all think. Anyway. Now, y'all, probably one of my most favorite parts of this entire episode was when Rhaenyra and Rhaenys actually, come head to head and actually have a conversation, you know what I'm saying? Because we're talking about the queen that never was, and then the possibility of a queen because she has been named heir to the throne. And then Rhaenys is going to hit Rhaenyra with, does it bother you? And she's like, she says the politically correct answer, which is that her father has to get married and he has to strengthen the line, yada, yada, yada. But then she's going to hit Rhaenys with, does it bother you? Because Laena is your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, you and Lord Corlys is pimping out y'all 12-year-old daughter, just like old Lord Otto is pimping out his daughter Alicent. They doing the same thing. Like, everybody is pimps in this freaking show, y'all. Like, I'm just saying, like, that's what it all boils down to. Okay, y'all. So anyway, let me calm down because I feel like I just got really excited. Like, I feel like this show brings out a lot of my inner emotions. I be trying to keep myself tame when I be giving these recaps and reviews, y'all, but sometimes it just comes out. So anyway, let's move on to the next scene, y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we move on to the next scene, I forgot to talk about Rhaenys' old trifling self. Like, even though she was kind of right in what she was saying, but she just didn't have to say it like that. I mean, Come on. So she's just like, look, I understand it does bother me, but I understand the order of things, but I'm not sure you do. And then that's when Rhaenyra is just going to hit her with yeah, it was you. You know what I'm saying? The queen that never was. Basically, she just letting her know you didn't become queen, but I'm going to become queen. You might not have did it, but I'm going to do it. So, whew. Child, this is gonna be interesting. So anyway, Rhaenys does actually say some things that are quite true. You know what I'm saying? That the men of the realm would rather see it be torched. They'd rather see it all burned down to the ground before they actually see a woman ascend to the throne. So I do think that in that manner, she's trying to give her this truth. You know what I'm saying? As harsh as it may be, but I think that she's just trying to let her know that, hey, I know that you think that this is what it is, but this is what it really is. So I think that this particular scene was just really interesting to see these two come together and really butt heads. But I ain't gonna lie, Rhaenyra held her own when it came to Rhaenys kind of hating, because Rhaenys was kind of acting like a hater, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. But like I said, she did speak some truth as well. So meanwhile, y'all, back to old sneaky slimy Alicent. She up in the king's chambers again. Like, why is you always in his chambers? Like, don't you have something else to do? Like, what is your position? Like, what does she really do, y'all? Does anybody know what Alicent actually does besides stay in the king's chamber all the time trying to, do the most? But anyway, they're talking about, that, it's coming to the point where the small council wants him to have a wife. Like there has to be a queen. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what needs to happen next. And, she's trying to act all cool and calm about it. But we see through you, Alicent. Like, we see you, girl. We know that you doing the most right now. But anyway, he mentions Laena. And she's like, that's a strong match. And I'm sure she's good and kind. And I'm sure she'll enjoy your company as much as I do. I'm like, you didn't even have to say that. Like, you didn't have to say as much as I do. Like, I didn't like that, y'all. So anyway, she's going to give him a gift. And it's going to be the dragon that broke earlier. She basically got, the people who build stuff and fix stuff to fix it for him. And I believe at this moment is when the king is like, you know what? I like her. Like, I really, really like her. Because if you saw the show already, you already know how this gonna go. You already know that Lord Otto had a plan. Alicent didn't know she was a part of this plan, but she definitely knew something. She ain't stupid, y'all. So anyway, moving on. Your boy Daemon has pulled a power play, y'all. So it appears that Daemon has decided that he is going to steal a dragon's egg. You know what I'm saying? And he left a note. Like, I mean, that is a really good thief. A thief that leaves a note. And I like Daemon for this. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm feeling Daemon right now. But anyway, y'all, he leaves a note and he's like, hey, I am taking over Dragonstone. I'm the rightful heir of the throne, yada, yada, yada. Taking up a wife. I'm taking up a second wife because y'all know he don't like his first wife. Like, he's like, I don't like this heifer. I don't even know when the last time he done even seen his wife because he don't like her like that. So he done took his mistress or whatever she is, his, lady hooker, whatever they call them in these days. I don't know. I don't want to, offend anyone. But he done took up her and decided he gonna turn her into his second wife. I think he said that they're gonna call her Lady Missouri or something like that. And I'm just like, oh, Daemon, here we go. So anyway, the king was not feeling this, y'all. Like, the king got real hype and he was like, look, let's ride, let's go. Let's hit it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like ready to go. Like, it was like they was about to go do some drive-bys or something. Like, serious. The king was like, let's get it. But then old Otto have to remind him that, hey, like, you're the king. Like, you literally can't do this. Like, you can't go anywhere. Like, let me go. And I'm just like, please let him go. Because if he go, then Daemon might kill him. And then we could be done with him. But we all know that that's not going to happen because we all know that he is going to make it and he's going to be like the last surviving character or something in this show because the sneaky, slimy people always make it to the end. So, wishful thinking on that one. But anyway, He's going to go ahead and head off to Dragonstone so that he can go and try to get this dragon's egg back and see what the heck Daemon got going on. Oh yeah, before I forget, your boy Daemon also said that Lady Missouri is pregnant with his child, and that's the reason why he took that dragon egg, because, you know, of course, they need to grow up with a dragon. They need to have the dragon egg inside of the cradle or whatever. I guess it's like a tradition or something like that. And so that's the reason why he took the egg, y'all. He didn't just do it just to be doing it. He did it for a reason. I'm just saying. So anyway, y'all, before Lord Otto leaves off to go see Daemon, he does ask his daughter if she's going to go into the king's chambers tonight. Once again, pimping his daughter out. I mean, this dude is just like a big pimp. Too bad they didn't have like no pimp hats back in those days, because he definitely deserves a good old pimp hat, y'all. But anyway, she tells him that if he wishes, you know, she's definitely going to go. So you already know what he's trying to do. He's definitely trying to pull a power move. It's just crazy that he's using his daughter like this. So anyway, y'all, he's going to go and see Daemon, and Daemon looks like he's going to be right there waiting on him. It's like he knew they was coming and he's ready. And so the next scene is really interesting to me. I really loved how they set this up with Daemon coming out with, you know, his gold cloak army, and then, you know, you got Lord Otto over here, who we want to die, but we know he's not gonna die, with, you know, all of his men. Got Sir Criston with them, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, okay, let's see what's going to happen. I thought we were about to get like a war scene or something, because, you know, I don't know. I ain't going to lie, y'all. I live for these war scenes. Like, I hate for people to die like in this, you know, in the show and stuff. But I don't know, something about like the war scenes and the fight scenes. I just love these. But I thought we were going to get one, but apparently we're not going to get one this time. But anyway, your boy Daemon is like tossing this egg in his hand. You know, he has his girl behind him. I ain't gonna keep calling her no whore like they kept calling her a whore over and over again. I'm not gonna keep doing that. But he got his girl, Lady Missouri, behind him, and he kind of just has the egg in his hand, and then he's gonna go over there and be like, oh, Sir Crispin, is it? And he's like, Sir Criston. And he reminds him that, hey, yeah, I was the one that knocked you off your horse. So I was like, yeah, Sir Criston, you tell him, because Daemon doing the most right now. He a little cocky right now, y'all, and he needs to be knocked down a peg or two. But anyway, Lord Otto is just like, look, by order of the king, yada, 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 yada. Basically, leave this island, give us this egg, banish your girl, and let's just get on with our day. We got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? I got my daughter to go finish pimping out. So I need you to go ahead and disband this, and let's just be done with it. But Daemon really ain't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Daemon is like, nah, we not finna do this. Okay, y'all. So then Caraxes, which is the dragon that, the big red dragon, you know, that beautiful creature that we see, he comes out of nowhere. And this is like Daemon doing the ultimate flex. Like, look, I got a dragon. Y'all really don't want no smoke with me right now. Like, I got a whole dragon, and all I gotta do is say Jacatus, and boom, all of y'all gonna be on fire. Try it again. Let's try this again. I'm about to make this hoe my wife, and our baby is gonna sleep with this egg, and you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, done deal. And everybody's like looking at this dragon like, oh shit, like what we really gonna do with this? You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think that they really thought this all the way through. Like, I'm pretty sure that they know they were going to see a Targaryen, and that Targaryens, you know, have dragons. So what made you think that this Targaryen did not have a dragon? And why wouldn't you bring your own dragon? I just don't understand Lord Otto. Like, he claimed to be so smart. He be trying to do the most. But really, sir, like, you go to see a Targaryen without another dragon? I don't understand, y'all. I really don't. And then boom, y'all, out of nowhere, our girl Rhaenyra comes in with a dragon. Like, finally somebody got some sense. You bring a dragon to fight a Targaryen. You do not bring swords and shields and a freaking maester, I think they had. Like, what is the maester even doing there? Like, what is he supposed to do? Like, dude, you gonna die. Okay, but anyway, y'all, like, she pulls in on the dragon, and she hops off the dragon, and she just pulls a straight flex move. Like, I love this character, Rhaenyra. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I might not like her in the future, but I do like her right now at this very moment. I'm loving her. Let me know what y'all think about Rhaenyra, y'all. Or Rhaenyra. I keep adding an S onto her name, but y'all know what I mean. Rhaenyra. Anyway, she jumps off that dragon and she's like, look, uncle, look. And she started speaking in Valerian, High Valerian, whatever they call it. Anyway, and she's like, look, I'm the reason why you're angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, take your anger out on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you want me dead, if you want to be the heir, then all you got to do is kill me. So go ahead and kill me. You know what I'm saying? And then she reminded him, like, look, you already have a wife. And he's like, it's not the one that I chose. So what? You still already have a wife. And then he's like, and she's with child. And then he's like, you know, one day. And I'm just like, Daemon, really? Like, seriously? Like, Daemon, like, come on, bruh. Like, she not even pregnant. But yet you stole the egg. Like, how long does it take for these eggs to hatch, y'all? If anybody knows how long it takes for a dragon's egg to hatch, because I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of this, of when this baby is supposed to be born and how long this egg is supposed to just not hatch exactly, or how does this even work? Like, I really don't even know how this all works. I need to go read a book on dragons, like, seriously. But anyway, your boy Daemon was just not feeling this at all. You know, he didn't kill his niece, you know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of sort of likes her, you know what I mean? Like, you could tell that he kind of had some care for her in that first episode. So I think she knew that he wasn't going to actually kill her, but he throws that egg back at her. I'm like, dang, girl, I'm glad you got good hands, because goodness gracious, the way he threw it was like a kid that was having a temper tantrum. Oh my gosh, that was just kind of hilarious to watch, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about that entire scene. Now, before we move on to the next scene, y'all, did y'all see the way that Lord Otto looked at Rhaenyra when she was walking back over with the egg? He was like looking at her like, bitch, please, I know you did not just come up here on this dragon and just get this egg and do something that I know that I wasn't going to be able to do, but now you just walked up in here and did it. Like, you are definitely not the queen, okay, princess? You're not the queen yet, so I need you to stop flexing. I need you to stop doing all this extra stuff. Like, I could just hear Otto in my head just saying all of these things, even though he doesn't actually say any of these things, but it feels like he had a lot of things to say in his head about the princess, y'all. So anyway, y'all, your boy Daemon goes and talks to his supposed to be Lady Mysaria. Only we find out that she don't even want to be married, y'all, and she definitely don't want to have nobody's kids. Like, the only reason why she's with Daemon is because she thought that she was going to be liberated. Like, she was tired of being sold for property. She was just tired of living in fear, and so she was with him because she wanted to be free. She didn't want to have nobody's kids, and she definitely didn't want to be any of this stuff that Daemon had planned for her. She's like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do here. You know what I mean? And I was just like, dang, Daemon, you definitely read that room all the way wrong. Like, seriously, bro. But anyway, y'all, moving on to the next scene, when we get back to the king, and he's playing with his little dragon that Alicent done, you know, got fixed for him and all that stuff. Yes, I'm still salty. I'm gonna be salty throughout this whole entire episode, okay? So anyway, he's playing with the little dragon, and then the I forgot what his name is, Sir something. Gosh, I gotta go remember his name, y'all. But you know, for the sake of the video, we're just gonna move on. The guy who's always protecting Rhaenyra, he's her knight or something like that. He's always with her. I think it starts with a W. But anyway, he's gonna come in and he's basically gonna snitch Rhaenyra out. He's like, look, you know, Rhaenyra has just returned from Dragonstone, and the king is like, what? Like, he didn't even know she was going to Dragonstone. I'm like, girl, you just gonna stay getting in trouble, ain't you? She just gonna be a little, you know, she don't like authority, clearly. But anyway, y'all, now I'm just joking. But seriously, he really didn't know that she was gone. And so, of course, he's going to have a few words to say to her about her leaving. But at the end of the day, she got the job done. You know what I'm saying? And nobody had to die. And that's really all that matters. But he does have a point. You know, she's the princess. She's the heir. She cannot do these type of things. She has to think about the things that she does in the future moving forward, because what if Daemon decided that he did want to, you know, kill her? You know what I'm saying? Like, she just would have been dead. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people would have been dead, because I'm pretty sure Syrax would have came over there and burned some people up. But still, what I'm saying is that she has to be more careful, y'all. So anyway, y'all, moving on. Oh, yeah, I forgot all about the fact that before Odude comes in there and snitches Rhaenyra out, the the king is actually talking to another person, and he's asking about this whole alliance between Laena, the Lord Corlys's daughter, the Valerian, uniting the Valerian houses. I'm sorry. He's asking about that, and he's telling him like, hey, this is a good idea. This definitely makes sense. She's going to mature. She's a child now, but she'll get older. And I still can't get past that whole she a child thing. I get it. Like, I really do get the concept of what they're trying to do. I do get that this is another time. But for whatever reason, like, my eyes just won't let me get over the fact that this is just a kid. So anyway, y'all. So we're past the whole part where she gets snitched out. So let's just move on to the next scene. So the king is going to be talking to Rhaenyra, and I want to say, like, I know I said earlier that I was glad that they kind of had a talk and all that good stuff, but they hadn't had the big talk, like the talk yet. They had just opened up the doors of communication at that point, and I was grateful that they finally had opened up those doors of communication. However, this was the scene where they really have the talk about her mom, and it feels like they really get some things off of their chest. You know what I'm saying? And she just lets him know, like, hey, I understand that you have to take a new wife. Like, I get it. And she's completely down for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has no issue with him taking on a new wife. So moving on to the next scene is where the king is going to be with the council, and he's going to let them know, like, hey, I've made a decision. I've decided to take on a new wife. Like, surprise, we all knew you were about to take on a new wife, king. But anyway, so he's making his announcement in front of everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone at the council. You know what I'm saying? Lord Corlys, Lord Otto, the Maester, all the people on the council. And ironically, your girl Alicent is going to be in there. And I'm like, why is she in here? Like, she is not part of the small council. Now, I know why, his daughter is here because she's like the king's cupbearer or whatever. But why is Alicent even in the room? Like, what is the purpose of her being inside of this room, standing next to her pimp daddy? I don't understand. So anyway, the king is like, look, I decided to take on a new wife, and it's Alicent. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, bitch, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew it was coming. Like, I knew it was going to happen. Like, seriously, but I'm just like, when it happened, I'm just like, ugh, really? This what we doing? And then the look on Rhaenyra's face, you know what I'm saying, when she's hearing this, and I'm like, yeah, she okay with it, but she not okay with it being her bestie. You know what I'm saying? Or like some of y'all trying to say it's a little more than a bestie. I don't know about that. I don't speak on things that I do not know about per se. I mean, I do kind of sort of speak on things I don't know, but I'm just saying I really don't know about that. But she just looked like she was like hurt, like so devastated and hurt. How did he not think that she was not going to be hurt by that? Like, how did he not think that this was the right move as far as Rhaenyra is concerned? Like, you were just talking to her. You were just having a conversation with her. That would have been the time to tell her then, not tell her in front of all these people. You know what I'm saying? And then Alicent is over there looking all crazy. You know what I'm saying? Trying not to look at her, trying to look away. And I would have just been like, bitch, I'm finna just go. I would have gone and grabbed her hair. You know what I'm saying? I would have been like, you been doing this all this time with my daddy? You know what I'm saying? Like, we supposed to be best friends, and this what you doing? Like, girl, I just would have had to get her. They would have just had to pull me off of the soon-to-be queen. I mean, she ain't the queen yet, so I think I could probably get away with it at that point. But anyway, let me know what y'all thought about this whole situation with the king and Alicent and Rhaenyra. And do y'all think it was a betrayal? I mean, do you really feel like it was a betrayal? Like, because nobody said anything to her? Like, was they just wrong for this? Or am I just making too much out of this? Like, am I just putting too much energy into it? Let me know, y'all. Anyway, y'all, your boy Lord Corlys was not happy about this at all. I mean, he's like the absurdity. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like the same thing. Like, Lord Corlys, like, I'm right there with you, bruh. Like, the absurdity of this nonsense foolery that we have going on right now. And your boy Otto is just looking like he just made the ultimate chess move. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just like, and checkmate. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I just really don't like Otto, y'all. Like, I really do not like Otto at all. And so Lord Corlys walks out the door. Your girl Rhaenyra is gonna walk out the door. Like, they just like, man, fuck it. And I'm just like, you know what? I have had enough of this show for one night. Like, y'all just doing the most. But just when I thought that they couldn't do anything else on this particular episode, then they hit me with one last thing, y'all. So that brings me to our next scene. And this is when our boy Lord Corlys fully solidifies that he is going to die sometime soon. Maybe episode 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he gonna make it to episode 5, y'all. But he's talking to somebody. He's sitting there. He's talking, and he's talking about, you know, the family, all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, boom, guess who it is? None other than Daemon. So now Lord Corlys has made a power move. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is going to join with Daemon because he need these damn sand crabber man, the crab sand man. Why come I can't think of his name right now, y'all? Because I'm just too hype about everything else. But you know, the crab man, like, he need him gone like yesterday. And he know that King Viserys not gonna do it, so he gotta find somebody who's gonna do it. And Daemon is gonna be the man that's gonna be able to help him, so he's gonna try to make an alliance with him. And I'm just like, oh God, bye Lord Corlys, because you dead, bruh, you dead. But anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all thought about this entire episode, because it got your girl drained over here, just tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, tired. Yeah, like real talk. Like, I'm so freaking tired. I'm over here breathing hard. You can probably hear it all in the mic. Like, I just sound like I just walked up a whole flight of stairs or something. Man, I really need to start exercising. Okay, y'all, so that's what's up with House of Dragons Season 1, Episode 2. Don't forget to subscribe to your girl channel. Until next time, guys, peace.